So lots of people talk about how Niagara Falls is the greatest place and it's well known to see the most beautiful waterfalls. Well, if you're into sightseeing and waterfalls, Niagara Falls is not the place to visit. I recommend you guys visit a place called Las Cataratas de Iguazu, also known as the Iguazu Falls. It's the most beautiful place in Argentina to visit, and it's the biggest waterfalls, has the biggest waterfalls in the world. That's a little picture of not that one. I'm going to clear that up.
Focus knob and then turn the lights down.
Where's the focus knob on?
On the arm.
Cool, something like that. So this is the Iguazu Falls. Notice that there's a little boat right there in the middle of the waterfall. It's kind of scary. That's pretty cool. The waterfall is located in extreme northwest, about 18 kilometers, about 11 miles from the Iguazu Port, Argentina. It's about 1,400 kilometers, about 875 miles from Buenos Aires, which is the capital of Argentina. And also, it's in the border of Argentina and Brazil. Yeah, so it's about right there. This is Iguazu Falls. The brown part is mostly all Argentina, and the yellow is Brazil. And it's about right there in that little spot, which is kind of the border of Brazil and Argentina. It was established on October 9th, 1934, with the purpose of protecting the exuberant subtropical jungle that surrounds the famous Iguazu Falls, one of the natural wonders of the world, along with various species of animals and characteristic vegetation. In 1984, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage. It boasts one of the major forest reserves of South America and one of the last protected environment areas of the Parana River. The park in Argentina territory protects a thriving amount of subtropical vegetation, 400 species of birds like parrots, hummingbirds, and toucans. The fauna is represented by the jaguar, tapir, capybara, snow leopard, anteater, alligator, and puma. And here's a picture of the most well-known species there, which is the jaguar and the anteater. They're the most populated species in this in Iguazu Falls. The Iguazu Falls is the main attraction in this region, which were created thanks to the Iguazu River that branches off 275 waterfalls that rush into the majestic chasm of 70 meters, about 230 feet high, totaling about 2.7 kilometers, which is about 1.5 miles in length. As the waters go crashing to the bottom, vapor rises in the form of a very fine drizzle, and under the sun, which creates multiple rainbows. That would be the mist, and then a picture of a rainbow. And believe it or not, there's like boats that go in here, like in the mist, which is really creepy. But I mean, that's awesome. So, and this spectacle owes its name to the word Iguazu, which means aguas grandes, the grand waters. In the Guaranis language, the Guaranis are indigenous people that inhabited this region before the arrival of settlers. So they gave it the name, Iguazu. The main activities here are the excursions to the waterfalls by footpaths, steps, bridges, gangplanks, and balconies, which you will admire the beauty of this place from a different angle. The bridges and the balconies that you can do a nice little sightseeing. This one's really creepy because imagine there's like an earthquake and it breaks and collapses. This one too, I mean, like throw someone over. I mean that's cool though. I think that's beautiful. So there are paths in the jungle such as Macuco and Yacaratía, favorites for the nature lovers. You can also go on excursions that include walks to the falls, rides, and safaris by van or truck in the jungle. But I mean, I don't think I would want to go on a safari and there's little bridges like that. So the climate in this region is hot and extremely humid, and it's an average temperatures of 15 degrees Celsius, which is about 59 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. and 25 degrees Celsius, which is about 77 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. The best time to visit this area is between January and March, which is in the rainy season. Of the total area of the Iguazu region, more than 370,000 acres is in Brazil, and 110,000 acres is in Argentina. 2/3 of the waterfalls are found in Argentine territory, which one of them is known as La Garganta del Diablo, which is the Devil's Throat. And it passes right through the Brazilian border. Here's a picture of the Devil's Throat. The reason why it's known as the Devil's Throat is because this right here is like a big esophagus that just swallows you, and you're basically gone after that. And then, it's necessary to explore both sides, though. Don't just explore just the Argentinian side. You should also explore the Brazil, so you can get an excellent panoramic view of the waterfalls. And it's ideal to tour the bridges, footpaths, and trails on the Argentinian side, which I showed earlier, to actually experience the falls up close and observe the beauty of the flora and fauna. So next time somebody tries telling you how great and beautiful Niagara Falls is, let them know about a place that is bigger and better than Niagara Falls, known as the Iguazu Falls. And I suggest that you guys should experience all when you get a chance. Thank you. I didn't have a stapler.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. All right, Ishmael, what were your thoughts?
The topic was pretty clear, but I don't know if the visuals was as clear. Maybe it was better than Niagara, or that it's a good place to go if you ever want to go see something great. But I wasn't really too sure on that. And he had a very good visual aid, and he has lots of information. But then on the downside of that, at some point it seemed like he was just like spitting out information, kind of like hard to keep up. And other than that, it seemed narrowed down except for the part about the animals. That one kind of came out of nowhere, and I didn't see the point in that. And the visual, like I said about the visual aids, they definitely helped. They definitely helped the presentation. And overall, I think he did a pretty good job. It was decent. I mean, I'm not running to go visit Iguazu Falls, but I might consider it.
All right. I like the contrast that you have with Niagara as your attention device. That's interesting. And the topic is identified, although you would need to work a little bit on the pronunciation a couple of times. You know, I thought Devil's Throw at one point, and then I wrote down Eagle Sioux, and I'm going, who's Eagle Sioux? You know, she sounds like some Indian woman who's, you know, been lost or something. And then it wasn't until you got into it and you showed the map that I could see, oh, you know, Iguazu, you know, I don't know how you write it, but once I saw it, that helped. The visuals I thought were really solid. You had a lot of images that you could show us to explain what was unique about it, and you showed them at appropriate times. The material itself, though, it's not very well organized. I kind of have to agree with Ishmael. It just seemed like a lot of stuff was being thrown out, one thing after another, and there's not really a plan going on here. I think you need a sharper thesis statement. If you wanted to tell us about what it is we should do when we visit this particular area, that would maybe give it a better hook, you know. So let me tell you the 3 things that you should do when you visit the area. First, make sure that you see both the Brazil and the Argentine parts of the preserve there, so you can see the falls from both sides and all directions, that sort of thing. Second, make sure that you take advantage of some of the unique ways to view the falls, going out on the bridges, taking a boat down through the mists, you know, any of those kinds of things. Third, while you're in the area, enjoy the flora and fauna, you know, something like that, and then it would have a little bit more structure, and we'd know why we're getting all this information, because it's about sort of like planning a visit to that particular spot in the world. Let me stop.